So, good day everyone, good day ma'am. Today I will discuss how a drug moves through the body and produces its effects using the antihypertensive drugs amlodipine. These presentations will explain both its pharmacokinetics, meaning what the body does to the drugs, and its pharmacodynamics, meaning what the drug does to the body. I will apply these concepts to clinical cases to better understand how those leads to therapeutic effects. So, first is the patient case. So, our patients, Mr. D, a 68 years old, male diagnosed with hypertension. He also has type 2 diabetes mellitus and stage 3 chronic kidney disease. Because he is elderly and has comorbidities, understanding the pharmacokinetics and pharmacodynamics properties of amlodipine is very important to ensure safe and effective treatment. So, pharmacokinetic, first is the absorption. So, amlodipine is administered orally. It has bioavailability of approximately 60 to 65%, meaning more than half of the drug reaches systemic circulation. It is slowly absorbed from gastrointestinal tract, and food does not significantly affect its absorption. Because of its gradual absorption, it produces a smooth and sustained blood pressure lowering effect rather than a sudden drop. Next is the distribution. After absorption, amlodipine is highly protein-bound, about 93%, mainly to albumin. It is widely distributed to vascular smooth muscle, which is primary sites of action. It does not significantly cross the blood-brain barrier, so central nervous system effects are minimal. Next is the metabolism. Amlodipine is extensively metabolized in liver. It is produced mainly by the cytochrome P450 enzyme system, especially to CYP3A4. This is clinically important because drugs that inhibit CYP3A4, such as certain macrolide antibiotics, can increase amlodipine levels and potentially cause excessive hypotension. Since our patient is elderly, liver metabolism may be slower, so we must start with a lower dose. So the last is the excretion. So the metabolites of amlodipines are excreted primarily in the urine. Its half-life is long, about 30 to 50 hours, which allows once daily dosing. Because elimination is slow, steady-state levels are maintained, providing consistent blood pressure control. Renal impairment usually does not require major dose adjustment since the active drug is metabolized in the liver. So next, I will discuss the pharmacodynamics mechanism of action. So amlodipine works by blocking the L-type calcium channel in vascular smooth muscles. Calcium is necessary for muscular construction. By inhibiting calcium influx, amlodipine causes relaxation and arterial smooth muscles. This results in vasodilation, decreased peripheral vascular resistance, and ultimately reduced blood pressure. So next is the receptor type. Amlodipine acts as a functional antagonist of voltage-gated calcium channels, and it does not stimulate receptor but instead blocks calcium entry into cell. Next is the dose-response relationship. As the dose increases, the degree of vasodilation increases. leading to greater blood pressure reduction. However, after a certain point, increasing the dose does not significantly increase therapeutic benefit, but does increase the adverse effects. So this demonstrates the concept of a dose-response curve and therapeutic window. Next is the therapeutic effect versus adverse effect. So therapeutically, amlodipine lowers systolic and diastolic blood pressure and reduces cardiovascular risk. However, due to selective arteriolar dilation, it may cause peripheral edema. Other adverse effects include headache, flushing, and dizziness. So this occurs because vasodilation also affects normal blood vessels. So next is the therapeutic index. Amlodipine has a relatively wide therapeutic index, meaning it is generally safe when used within recommended dose. And next is the clinical application. For our 68 years old patient, the recommended starting dose is 5 mg once daily. Because he is elderly and starting at the lower end of dosing is appropriately to prevent excessive hypotension. So we must monitor for peripheral edema, drug interaction affecting CYP3A4, blood pressure response. So no major renal dose adjustment is required, but caution is needed in hepatic impairment. So summary of this topic is amlodipine demonstrates how a drug moves from administration to therapeutic effect through absorption, distribution, metabolism, and excretion. The drug reaches its target. By blocking L-type calcium channel, it reduces vascular resistance and lower blood pressure. Understanding pharmacokinetics and pharmacodynamics allow us to individualize therapy, especially in elderly patients with comorbidities. This shows how proper dosing leads from drug administration to clinical benefits. Thank you.